What's going on, gamers? We got another topic here that's disappointing, but it's not surprising knowing the history of Call of Duty. Yeah, and that's us realizing when Activision and PlayStation teamed up to get better editions of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, 100% digital. Let's think about this movement right now on PlayStation, which even the Xbox versions don't have this. They surrendered to the boycott. This is all it took. Not only that, it didn't come with DLC. Yeah, and it's $39.99 for each game. Only 1080p resolution. Pathetic, right? Not even 4K. Yeah, are we ready to get into this? This is embarrassing. The PlayStation boycott is officially over, they say. Become a member, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this. It took only the release of the Black Ops and Black Ops 2 ports on PlayStation 5 for a portion of the boycotters to buy the game 100% digitally. You got people that were actually pushing against digital, 100% digital monopoly, right? But they go and post about Black Ops and Black Ops 2 and they go buy it. I'm not buying that. $39.99. Oh, on top of this, if you get PlayStation Plus, this is a way to kind of make up for Plus again, right? And you get this, you get 50% off. So Sony instantly is like, oh, here we go. 1 million PlayStation Plus subscribers, probably just to do that. Because it has more players online than Black Ops 7 at the moment. So imagine how many PlayStation Plus gamers they already gotten. You see what I mean about this movement? What I try to tell you guys. This is what I mean. It's like, we should keep fighting for this, obviously. But this right here gives you the idea that, hey, man, these dogs, hey, you could try what you want, but they're always going to mess up everything. Just put the tennis ball in front of them and they're going to chase down and go get it. And cop out. It's the casuals, man. I think this post that I read is very accurate, and it's saying that Call of Duty players are not real gamers. I actually like that statement, and somebody said that, which is interesting. We may get to that. So yeah, as it turns out, there's often a world of difference between the tweets and the checkout line. Like I said, stuff gets blown out of proportion on social media. But did I think it was kind of blown out of proportion? No, this is physical ownership. We talked about the legacy of PlayStation before when it comes to physical CD trends, everything. Sony has a huge legacy for that and the biggest install base in the industry historically and still to this day when it comes to physical copies in the third-party platform. Nintendo's first party, we know that because they sell so many first-party games, right? We know that they preserve the line more than anybody because who's outselling Nintendo? Nobody, only like GTA during its prime days. Other than that, think about how many copies they've sold on some of those games. 30 million, 20 million, 40 million, Animal Crossing 50 million, Mario Kart like 80 million. How many physical copies were manifested just for that? They still preserve physical greatly, but some of these people in the PlayStation world are hypocrites. All Sony and Activision had to do was put PlayStation Plus advertisement there, 50% off, and put Black Ops 1 and 2 on there without DLC and charging you $30 for the DLC, and they went and bought it, and it topped GTA 6 pre-orders. Absolutely embarrassing. This is crazy. Let's get into this. Let's read some comments, and we got some posts to go down. I'm like, you're joking me, right? These old games. See, it's not about graphics. At this point, it wasn't about next-gen technology, and it wasn't about something new that took a lot of these boycotters to surrender real quick. Said you were canceling your Plus. You wanted to fight against the digital monopoly, ending physical ownership. And then you go and support PlayStation Plus because Sony's smarter than you, right? Remember what I said about Sony? And they did that and they put those two games on there and them and Activision are banking. We got some more stuff to read on this. Ben Fun says, it's such a pleasure to replay Black Ops 2 on PlayStation 5. The game runs perfectly. No cheaters, no useless mechanics, no headaches. Just pure Call of Duty. Yes, the lobbies are sometimes really tough, but at least you can progress at your own pace without the awful SBMM. And a lot of people like this. This guy says, yeah, get lost, clown. Go encourage the DMAT, you piece of, you know. Look, no, you guys know why that type of stuff right there is going to happen, right? But it's right there. Nothing is over. It's not because some people decided to buy a game that all the efforts are in vain. No, of course not. But this just gives you the idea how fast this works. And look how they counter things real quick. We really need to stop with your provocative headlines, even if they make more money. This guy says it brings in more, but one must admit that the masses have already made their choice. Sony said the same thing. And look at what they go and do. What do you mean? Remember what Sony said in that post? That's all right. You're gonna obey. You're gonna submit anyways. If you're gonna be loyal, here it is. It's right there in front of you. We're fed up with influencers like this pathetic clown who posts defeatist tweets to undermine a movement that's heading in the right direction. It's you when you are pushing people to buy those games by telling them everything is over and it's your fault if Sony continues. Yeah, this guy is a hypocrite. This is why I had to put this on blast, because you're the one sitting over here talking about this. Yeah, he's right here. He's literally putting himself out in the open. He has no shame about doing it. It's right there in front of you. Let's go back here a little bit, though. We're not done here. Okay, so we were there, right? Here goes the next piece. Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 new ports have just managed to outpace GTA 6 in trending on the PlayStation Store. See, they're right there. If you got PlayStation Plus, it's $20 for the ports. Because that's what they should be. Sony's just trying to, you see, work together with Activision, back with Microsoft in the back. I told you, they all work together, and they're all making money together in the digital monopoly. It's right here. Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 ports have just managed to outpace GTA 6. This is the first time GTA 6 has ever been dethroned since Trailer 2. It is likely these ports are the top-selling games and have outpaced even GTA 6 pre-orders. At the moment, yeah. It's not going to last, obviously, but you see it right here. Here it is, trending games. Why is it trending higher? Because it's getting more feed than currently what GTA is doing. This is pushing the digital monopoly. This is pushing the digital monopoly. You don't have physical ownership to get these type of games. It's only better in the digital format. And if you don't have PlayStation Plus, they're charging you twice as much. You don't see the manipulation here already? You better go get PlayStation Plus. Now Sony's making money. Activision's still making money. Microsoft is making money. All are pushing that digital only format. It's right here in front of your face. Now, I'm still going to have my PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not doing that, but I'm going to help people fight for the physical movement because I'm not going to PC only. Are you kidding me? No. I'm not missing out on PlayStation exclusives. And obviously, I still have my Nintendo Switch too. That definitely ain't going nowhere. I'm getting a PS6 as well. You want to know why? Because I like the digital realm, and I believe that no matter what, stuff is going to be online, of course, like no matter what. I mean, you're not going to be offline for, a long time or that. No, because they need to make money. Why would they have you offline? No, the problem is how are you going to handle the situation by 2028? We still need to see how this is going to go. But AGN ain't sitting over here supporting this because it's like, no, I don't think so. I haven't bought physical games in a while, except in the Nintendo world, because that's a little bit different. I get my carts, I can take them on the go. I really like the comfort of that sometimes, and sometimes the deals are better because more than ever, Nintendo, they don't give huge discounts on their first party games. In the PlayStation world, you can get discounts. But I mean, this right here just speaks a lot. Like I said, is this some next gen graphically blow your mind game? No, these are old games. You know how old these games are? And look at this, it's outselling everything. It's the same thing over and over again in these worlds. Call of Duty, GTA, Madden, FIFA, Battlefield. You see what I mean? Over and over. You're going to see this cycle over and over again every single year. That's why you want innovative first-party games. Because this is always going to be in the way. And I'm tired of it because it's like, you should be supporting things better than this. But this is what they go and do. Who let the dogs out, right? Going down, the boy Jay says, I highly doubt this means it sold more than GTA 6 pre-orders overall. No, not overall. No, just at the moment, it's outselling GTA 6 pre-orders. It's just the game people have purchased the most recently. Sent Potato, yeah, no way in hell, not even close. You know how many pre-orders that game has? Not overall, but I meant it's outpacing GTA 6 rate pre-orders right now rather than overall sales. 100%. Yeah, that's what that means. So all this stuff that we're doing and boycotting and pushing for, I tell you, keep going, right? Because this is obviously not the whole crowd that just moved to buy that, but it gives you the idea of what Sony knows they can get away with, because when they see this right here, they're like, see, you can sit over there and cry all you want, but guess what? I just did this. And they're ignoring that because they feel like no matter what, this is still going to make them more money. And in the long term, more people are going to convert to digital. And the people that are not are going to bend because they're going to put so much stuff in front of your face. You're not going to want to miss it. People are not going to want to miss GTA. That's going to be 100% digital profit. They're going to get the cut as well, too. They're looking at that market and they put themselves in that position. Xbox is no longer competition. Microsoft is going to try the same thing because they're trying to make more money. The RAM cartel is manipulating on top of the SSD and hard drive cartel, and they're making sure, along with Nvidia, Microsoft, and everybody else, that if you want to get more money, you better find different ways. This is actually helping push this. And with Rockstar having the biggest launch probably in gaming history doing that, you just opened up a floodgate that is going to be hard to close. And it's right here in front of you, in this image right here. And I'd say pathetic, definitely when it comes to this. You should have told Activision, F you, where's my DLC at? Why are you selling me old ports? But then trying to charge me for DLC as if like you're launching Call of Duty 2 games, right? At $39.99, it's $80 plus $30 each for the DLC. So if you want to get both of those and all the DLC, you're paying $140. But with PlayStation Plus, you'll be saving yourself $40. You're still spending $100. Old ports, and you ain't even getting 4K, no next gen aspects to it. Guys, this is embarrassing. It really is. And this goes to tell you how pathetic Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was. It's a bitter failure. It's garbage. So Diamond says the way the algorithm works on PlayStation is the top spots are determined by what's selling at a fast pace, not what has the most sales. Yeah, like recently, that's what I'm saying. It just passed it up for pre-orders right now. It's #1 pre-orders that day. Call of Duty is a top spot because people are buying the game really fast and in large quantities. So GTA 6 most likely still has the most orders. 100%. And nobody's saying this. We're talking about right now. It took over that spot. Makes sense. It'll be interesting to see the top selling list when it gets updated. No disc, no buy. €40, €40. €30 season pass, €30 season pass. Think about it. All that outrage just for y'all to still get 2 digitally only games at the top 2 spot on the PlayStation Store. LMFAO. Exactly. So much for the boycott. Sony is right. You people really are cattle and are actively enjoy being so because most of them don't care. It's a different world that's actually fighting against this. Sony has what they need already, and they know that. And that's what I was trying to tell people. It kind of sucks, but it's true. Going back, we're going to go to another post here. So we saw this. He says, yeah, console is done. Nothing these companies can do is too far for y'all if you people are actually buying 2 16-year-old video games with no updates for $40 each with separate purchase of DLC for $30 each. $70 ports, y'all are farmed cattle. GG. When Nintendo gives you stuff, they're actually giving you new content in their games. Watch all Nintendo remasters. There's always new content added in, and you get a next-gen version. It's amazing how when you think a game is finished, you know what I mean? You're like, okay, yeah, this game is finished, but at least I'm getting a next-gen update of the finished game. Nintendo always adds in content to even older games. They do it for every remaster, and it's absolutely amazing, or remake. I'm saying this right here is just an example of watch this. And they sit in the back laughing with popcorn at the sheep and the dogs. Farm animals. Yeah, no, I mean, that's literally what's going on here, right? We got another post right here. If you claim to support physical but turn around and buy this, you are weak and part of the problem. These two guys are absolutely correct. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments real quick. Now, please tell me more about how a nearly 20-year-old port selling at the same market price as a modern AAA title, which is the biggest of all time, is a perfectly normal and healthy thing for the industry, and how you totally aren't birthing the next disgusting industry trend by buying into it. You're letting them know they can sell you nostalgia and do minimum efforts and overprice it and separate the DLC and then get you to go buy PlayStation Plus again after some of those people canceled it. You already made back up for it. It's disappointing, isn't it? This guy says, I'm broke is a lot fewer words. What an imbecile reply. You got to be kidding me, right? I remember when we used to crap on companies for charging BS prices for games. When the $5 to reload crap finally ends up being more than a meme, I expect you to be #1 boot polisher for that too. No, that was actually a nice post. Because let me tell you something. Just because you have the money to get something, or you have decent money, solid money, rich, it doesn't matter. Either you are supporting greed and laziness and a slap in the face, or you're supporting something that you feel that's pro-consumer. So do you think because you have a lot of money, you can go make dumb choices? It says a lot about your choices that you make and not the money. That's basically what he's talking about here. And this guy's going to say like this, oh, I'm broke, so that's the reason I'm not doing this. You know how many people have a lot of money that are not going to support this, have more money than him? He literally made an account called able to afford a $40 video game to make this post. This guy is absolutely pathetic. What a troll. And what a low IQ, just, I'm not going to even say the word, but it's like, you have to be kidding me. you went to come here. Talk about taking it up the behind the mouth from Activision and PlayStation and Microsoft at the same time. Yeah, this guy's getting three-wayed. Literally. So why? It's crazy. Why would you go change your name to that to defend this corporate greed? Not realizing the trend that's actually going for actual physical ownership and gamers in general. This is where things get pathetic. I'm telling you guys. Console is done, and yet many of you of your physical only dreams came up. Get these 16-year-old games that literally crashed the PlayStation Store. Yeah, it did. Shut up, B. It's all performative. See you on PS6, little bro. You always got people like this. Where it's like there's no hope for the gaming industry if it's full of morons like that. I just don't even want to see you ever post again. So going up again. French says, to people thinking this is the end of the boycott, keep in mind the Call of Duty, FIFA, GTA audience, the gun and ball crowd are a worthless hive mind of stupidity. Literal NPCs. Nothing to get from them. GTA will also sell. That doesn't mean that the boycott is over. He's right, though. That's still going to happen. But like he said, this right here is the zombie crowd. Not to say that everybody in there is one, but they're just, a lot of them are mindless, and they're only around because of this. If you remove this, you would be surprised at how much of the gaming industry would fall off, and they wouldn't be around because they're not real gamers. They only play this every single year. You forgot to add in 2K as well. Charlie Intel, the Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 ports on PlayStation have more players online than Black Ops 7 does combined on all platforms. On PlayStation alone, it has more players than Black Ops 7 on Xbox, on PlayStation, and on PC. Pathetic, isn't it? Excuse me, guys. But it's like, wow. You see? You know how much better this technology is than those games? It wasn't about that. You see what moves the medium? Nintendo understands this. This is a perfect example. It's pretty sad, isn't it, guys? Going down, not exactly hard to believe, honestly, but not citing an actual source is funny. The actual source is my source is familiar with the player counts internally. Why would I tell you who that is? No, this is one of the leading sources for COD. Trust me, he's not going to make that up. It's pretty obvious because Black Ops 7 is dog crap. You know what I mean? It's one of the worst Call of Duties ever. They tried to give you literally a DLC expansion within less than a year as a sequel. They did the same thing with Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remakes. This is what I'm trying to tell you. How could you make this a game that fast? It's like EA releasing Battlefield 6 and then telling you Battlefield 7 is ready the next year. What are we doing here? What shooter does that? Please name me anything other than COD that actually does that. That's so soulless. That's how you know it's AI slop. And they're churning so much money into it to get it mass produced and out. So once again, guys, what are we going to say about this? Right? Keep on fighting the fight. But when it comes to that crowd, like the guy said, they are literally like NPCs because they were games made with actual passion instead of how many microtransactions they can earn. That's not the point here, though. They were also lazy ports. You should have been getting next-gen versions of that for that price. And it should have had physical copies. Well, who's the publisher now? Microsoft and Activision work together. And they're working with Sony, who's also working with GTA, supporting those two platforms. And they're all doing the same thing, and they're all making money behind the scenes. Let's get past the console war stuff and really look at behind the scenes, right? Like thinking one side of politics and the other. Man, it's the same eagle with both wings. And that's the club, and you're not in it. You're just supporting their agenda, and they're making money off of you. So the damage you thought was done to PlayStation, Microsoft came in with Activision and remedied it and made money, both together. And Satya's sitting in the back, getting back my money. See what I'm saying? There's the picture AG is trying to paint for you. Let me know what you guys think. Become a member, leave a tip down below. Like, comment, subscribe later. This is embarrassing. Old, lazy ports, and that's all it took. PlayStation Plus flying off the shelf again. Or skyrocketing.